to our humble gathering. Relax yourselves and be at ease. You may look at me as just one of the boys. If it makes you feel better. It is an opportunity for us to drop our ego defenses and simply to relax and be who we truly are. Tonight we will experience a bit more deeply just who we are, as we have a great deal of light and love and healing energy to share with you. So sit back and relax and enjoy yourselves. Breathe with us. Perhaps you could be in a state that is meditative and yet not overly serious. That might strike a good balance for the evening. I would like to speak a little bit for a short while and then open the floor to questions and answers. And perhaps we can conclude the evening with a bit of energetic, meditative feeding for you who are babes. This appears to be somewhat of a recovery group. Recovering mortals. You have all been addicted to death and limitation. It's pretty well been ingrained within your consciousness. We are going to break the cycle of addiction with light and love and grace in your lifetime. And after you have been healed, you may assist many others to go through the same process. How does that sound?
Right.
Yes. Remember, my friends, everything that you do for yourselves at this time to enhance your experience of life, of spirit, of growth, benefits the entire planet and all of the beings upon it. Your service is to be focused through yourself as an ascending master. The more gracefully, the more rapidly you attain your ascension, the more energetically you can do for those who are somewhat behind you. The transition that is occurring has many, many aspects, many, many effects upon you as you are experiencing. I would like to speak a little bit tonight about creativity in your lives. Creativity in a broader context than you might have considered in the past. That creativity which allows you to spontaneously manifest the light of creation through your beings in very wonderful and artistic ways in your every day-to-day life. Existence, as you have grown to accept it, is somewhat of a field of patterns and systems. Creativity in your lives is allowing for transcendence of these patterns, allowing for higher dimensional energy to inflow your beings and to, again, come through you in creative ways to enhance your enjoyment of life and others. It is very challenging at this time, as time is compressed, for you to find adequate time for all of those things you love to do, even for those things you don't love to do. And here we are asking you, on top of all of that, to make space in your lives for meditation and spiritual practice. When you are creating, let us say artistically, first of all, you create a space and a sense of openness, open-mindedness, open-heartedness, and you court the muse, as they say. You open yourself with requests for inspiration and guidance and spontaneous expression. You are looking for a bit of a reaction, almost like a chemical reaction, with God as the catalyst. I am asking each of you to perhaps view your lives as a creative endeavor, and to allow in your lives some space in which you have surrendered patterns, surrendered your duties for a certain time, to live truly spontaneously in that moment. It could be for 5 minutes, it could be for 5 hours of your day. You see, the patterns that you live by are becoming obsolete, and in fact, have a tendency to limit you. If you have seen something 20 times in the past, you will tend to form a value judgment that it is always going to be that way and become somewhat locked into a certain experience. The process of spiritual growth and ascension is an unlocking from those patterns into a truly more creative and wonderful and spontaneous form of expression. You begin by allowing a bit of space. Let us say you are a very busy person. You have a schedule to maintain. You have appointment books filled for the next 3 months. Does this sound familiar to anyone? We have been watching you, you know. I am going to suggest to those of you who have this type of pattern to schedule in your appointment book some time to do nothing. And don't allow yourself to fill it in. If you need to schedule time in order to create it for yourself, to meditate and to be spontaneous. For it is in those moments of openness when the mind is stilled and you do receive the revelations from higher dimensional portions of your being. The whole purpose for meditation is to assist in creating that interaction, that artistic achievement of oneness, of magic, It is the essence of all art, the essence of all divine expression. It all comes from that source, which is within you, longing to connect with you, longing to flow through. And around that beautiful still source, you have, like a good soldier, created many patterns and many ways and means of doing things that keep your mind busily moving here and there, creating, that keep you occupied to the point where you do not allow for that moment of stillness in your lives. And now, here we find ourselves sitting in this moment, sharing the potential for ascension, sharing the wonder that is life at this time on this planet. And in order that you might truly understand, recognize, and benefit from that which is occurring, it is going to be more and more vital for you to learn to access that spontaneity, that spirit within you that is truly freedom and liberation, in action or in inaction. Some of you have gotten very good at scheduling yourselves for meditation time each day, so that your meditation might even become another part of your daily calendar. There is a tendency even for this to become somewhat mundane. What I am suggesting to you this evening is that you take a gigantic monkey wrench and throw it into the works once in a while, and just be and open to spirit, so that that which longs to come through you in many marvelous ways has the space, has the opening to do so. It is very important now that you each have the awareness of yourselves as interdimensional beings and not merely three-dimensional beings. It is important that you are empowered as blossoming masters rather than as ones who are members of a religious order of some type where you look to higher authority to tell you what to do. This is no longer applicable to your lives. It does become rather challenging, I am aware. Chances are, if you are feeling moments of doubt, moments of confusion, moments of uncertainty in your life as to what your next step is, the chances are you are completely following your path with 100% accuracy. Every being on this earth or any other ascending world has had the experience in following spirit, in being a trailblazer, that you sometimes feel like you don't know what you're doing. And believe me, I have had this experience myself. It is a good sign. It means you are going beyond the norm, a normal pattern. If you accept a normal pattern of three-dimensional life, you can exist. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can exist in a state where you feel that you know what is happening in each moment. You graduate from your high school, you graduate from your college, you go to your graduate school, you take your degrees and your recommendations into the marketplace. You have charted out a great course of action for yourselves. Never once piercing the bubble of illusion that surrounds the third-dimensional existence. Whereas you, on the other hand, find more and more in these days that are occurring that it seems you have no more bubble left to protect you, and you are simply existing in a state of energetic transformation, having to hold on to spirit for your source of peace, for your guidance. This is a state of grace. Sometimes your spirit, if you are very strong beings and are ready for it, will pull the rug out from under you in your lives so that you have no choice but to rely wholeheartedly on spirit for guidance. And your patterns that you came to rely upon dissolve or fall away. This is also a state of grace. It is a training for you as artists in the creation of your existence to learn to be spontaneous and trust those energies and witness the marvels that you are. Witness the marvels of grace that occur. And witness your Creator manifesting all that you could desire, all that you need, as a response to your openness. Sort of scary, isn't it? Anyone here wishing to go back into your third-dimensional pattern, be my guest, if you can find them. You are in the stage of blazing new ground here. What you are doing as a group of light workers has not been done yet on this world. You might say you have to make up the rules as you go along, and as soon as you create the rules, the situations change, the energies change, and you need to release them. It will be this way forever, as it always has been. That which will change about the situation will not be limitations and illusions coming through to nurture you, but your ability to trust and to fall into grace and have that be your source of peace. To learn to live truly as an artist in this universe, where you are free to create, more free than you could probably imagine at this point. Whatever it is you wish to experience, to learn from and to grow through on your way to Source. How are you doing? Have we lost anyone yet? No one has jumped overboard? Come with me on this little vessel this evening. I think you will enjoy our destination. So, you have existed in a world of agreements, each being taking through their interdimensional selves the pure essential light of creation, the light of source, and focusing that energy through the lens of personality to create a body, an emotional body, a mental body, a world of experience. You see what good artists you are? Up until now, it has been the rule that there were certain agreements in effect. That is, everyone would believe that the reality was the same thing, the same limited thing, and abide by those rules. And anyone who stepped over the line, you know, those wild artists who didn't go along with the crowd, those crazy saints, and others who have always been persecuted for being different, for not going along with the accepted agreements. Now you find yourself with the freedom to allow those agreements to dissolve, and the challenge to live as free, immortal beings once again. And the power to do this is within you. The power to do this is simply a matter of letting go. What does an artist do in the creative expression but let go? It is like channeling. You just have to surrender and let the master do what he will, say what he will, express in whatever way he or she will. In order that you might become acclimated to this new freedom, it is essential that you take it a little bit at a time. Give yourself, as I have said, some time in your life to allow the new energies, the higher dimensional aspects of yourself to flow through spontaneously. It could begin with meditation and end in some manifestation or other, some action or other, some creation or other. This is not as important as the act. That which the artist creates to the artist is less important than the creative act itself. For in the creative act, the artist is connected with the divine, has that revelatory experience, and whether or not it is transmitted concretely into manifestation in a work of art or a writing or a song or any other form is not as important as the fact that that being gave themselves to spirit with spontaneous openness and humility and allowed. This is practice, you see. Practice for when this is all you do, 24 hours a day. So, you have undoubtedly witnessed the effects of trying to resist the power and light that is within you. You have witnessed others trying to act as if everything is as it always was, three-dimensionally, trying to hold it together, trying to avoid these new energies of light and love, even as they dissolve those limitations. It is more blissful, it is more graceful and more enjoyable to flow with that which is occurring within you. And to learn to do this, give yourself to those moments in your life. Allow some time for yourself to be. Follow spirit. Say, for 1 hour, I'm going to follow Spirit. I'm going to do whatever occurs to me spontaneously and see what happens. There is part of you that will tell you you are not taking care of business if you live this way. Your life will fall apart. You will not have that which you need because you are not working hard enough. The nature of the universe has nothing to do with working hard. It has to do with accepting and receiving more and more, opening to receive more and more, with less and less effort. Which world would you rather live in? The choice is yours, my friends. Right now, you are as ones who are with one foot on the shore and one foot in the rowboat. While the rowboat begins to pull away from the dock, you have a choice to make, don't you? Perhaps you'll get wet. Then you'll have to choose whether to get up into the boat or on the dock. It doesn't matter so much to Spirit. You are going to choose one or the other. Perhaps that boat feels a little bit wobbly, not as secure as that which you have always held on to. Perhaps you need to learn to enjoy the sense of exhilaration and freedom that you do feel when you give yourself to Spirit without fear, with trust, for truly all those who trust will be taken care of. And if you begin to trust and actually practice trust, you will be able to witness the miracle of manifestation and grace. I am aware that this occurs within each of your lives in a gradual process, but that process is accelerating now, and it is important that we discuss these things as the boat begins to pull away from the dock more and more forcefully, and you are asked to take a leap of faith. Faith based upon experience. So again, we come back to those moments in your life where you give yourself to Spirit in order to create a foundation of experience upon which to base your faith. If you never meditate, never connect with Spirit, it will be very difficult for you to make that leap, for you will not know what you are leaping into. If you are used to that moment of suspense, the moment that you jump before you land, which is something you experience in meditation, it will not be such a radical departure for you when you find yourself ascending, spiritualizing, turning into a light beam. I have brought some tickets with me. Would you like to purchase any? Hurry, hurry, hurry. Right this way. We have a ride for you. It is not for the weak of heart. It is for the open of heart and the adventurous. It is sort of like a mystery ride. No words can describe it, though many have been written. Many have pointed the way. Now it is time to follow that guidance and direction. Create as artists in your life. Utilize the spiritual presence that flows through you. Allow it to take control a little bit more and let go to it a little bit more. Each day, give yourself some time to live not out of old patterns and responses, but to create new activities, new responses. It has been an entertaining evening with our questions and answers. That is a good place to exit. They'll drop a big one and leave. So we'll drop a smoke bomb and disappear from the stage. So before I say goodnight this evening, I would like to ask only that we meditate together for a few moments. Just allow yourself to relax and to breathe deeply into your belly. If you need to take a few deep breaths to loosen it up. I will sit with you for a few moments and be with you each individually, internally. We will work upon opening your light centers a bit. So you meditate on your breath or your light center, whatever you feel. If your mind wanders, just bring it back to the breath, to the light. Know that we are surrounding you with our presence. Many masters are here. Many divine locksmiths to unlock the mystery of your beings, if you will but allow. So just relax for several moments and we will share with you silently. So, my dear ones, in leaving, I wish to share with you my love and encouragement. You are on a road and a path of many surprises. You will receive exactly that which you need to receive in order to attain to your Christed state. Some of you may be humbled, some of you may be exalted, whatever is necessary to align you with Spirit. You will times of release and times of great grace. But you will always pass through quickly and with blessings. And you are insured of success. You have but to allow and surrender. Give yourself to your spiritual practice. Don't neglect your breath, which sustains you, which comes to you from the Father himself. Utilize the breath throughout your day to focus. Surrender to the breath, and you surrender to the Creator. Relax into that divine light within you. Let it fill your cells and bodies and lift you into the higher dimensions. Now that we have you in our net, rest assured we will never throw you back. So all of my love and the blessings to you. thank you again for your attention, for your lively energies and your love. Until next we are together, which will be always. Good night.
Good night.